In a world of volcanic eruptions and stock market crashes, where research tackles everything from the Large Hadron Collider, looking deep into the secrets of the universe, to new ways of researching elite sports performance, how do you impose order on what can often seem like chaos? Janet is the UK's Education and Research Information Communications Network, providing technical leadership in connecting organisations to each other as well as to the rest of the world through links to the global internet. With speeds of up to 100 gigabytes per second and serving 18 million customers, Janet plays a mission-critical role. However, at a time when there's increasing pressure and scrutiny on the public purse, the challenge for the publicly funded company is keeping up with the pace of technological change and the demands on its infrastructure whilst providing real value for money and quality of service.
Clearly going forward, as everyone is going to find central funding more challenging, one of the important things we have to do is take nothing for granted. And so it's very important to show the value that Janet brings to universities, schools, research councils, and also the work that they do reaching out into the community, into other bodies, whether they be other not-for-profit bodies or whether they be businesses that they engage with.
Loughborough University is one of many sites that benefits from Janet's services. The research-led organisation requires sophisticated connectivity to transmit large amounts of data, services that simply are not economically available from commodity internet service providers. And without Janet, world-class innovation would be seriously jeopardised.
I think we'd be back in the stages where we were in the early 90s, where people were sending physical disks in the post to transfer the data, because we have to have 3D data to enable us to build them on the systems, and we have to have that data to be able to discuss it, and we have to have that data to be able to modify it. And if you didn't have such an excellent network, and Janet is an excellent network, to transfer that data, then we couldn't do it.
To compete in today's world, education, research and business must work together. For universities, the opportunity to offer partners connectivity to the powerful Janet network plays a crucial role in attracting them to a base on campus.
Bringing partners, industrial partners, onto our campus to help us both with our teaching and learning programmes but also our research and development programmes is terribly important. So things that are attractive to them to help bring them here and work closer with us improves the way that we operate, and we deliver our central mission, which is of teaching, learning, research that actually makes a difference.
Loughborough is at the forefront of sports education and will be the headquarters of Team GB for the 2012 Olympic Games. The university recently opened a dedicated sports park where a number of sporting bodies have chosen to relocate. The capabilities of Janet have been key in attracting organisations.
Janet is just one of those key dimensions. It's kind of lifting the heads of these sports bodies and making them think about how they can use the internet and a strong, reliable connection to communicate with their customers and their partners. And they're starting to get their head really round how the strength and the quality of Janet can help them with the way they run their businesses.
What Janet allows us to do, because of its abilities to give us that reach both into schools and across into people's homes, is that we can communicate easily. We don't have to worry about engaging with people. The system and the operation is always there, and it's really well supported, and because it's used through the university, we have the added comfort of being a critical component of their strategy.
Ensuring that Janet's funding is well spent requires a strategic approach. As a shared service, it can negotiate on cost and simplify provision, achieving significant economies of scale. One of the biggest challenges for Janet is keeping up with changing technology, such as students broadcasting campus-wide IPTV services or streaming their sports events live over the internet. As pressure on its services increases, it must look to the future. Among the solutions it now provides are video conferencing and access to data storage through the cloud, giving significant economic and environmental benefits, as well as increased security and service.
Today, people are saying, actually, I don't have to keep the data in my institution on my campus. It's actually far more efficient if I go into a virtual world, and that virtual world is enabled by the network. Now, it'd be very foolish of us if we were just to step back and say that's nothing to do with us. This is the way in which things move forward and companies develop and change and reinvent themselves to meet the needs of their users.
There's no denying that the UK as a global player faces real challenges in the future. But a vibrant knowledge economy will be key to economic recovery. The services that Janet provides are crucial to supporting this, allowing educational establishments to work collaboratively with each other, with businesses, and with the rest of the world.
Ultimately, the benefit of something like Janet, which actually does put this country right at the top there. Even the Americans look at what we do and they're envious because of some of the structural ways in which we do it. That has got to be good for the UK. If we're setting the UK at the top in terms of the knowledge economy, that has got to be good for everyone.
Whether it's enabling cutting-edge research in subjects as diverse as understanding the nature of matter, the search for new medicines, or analysing the elite sports performance of Olympians, the advanced networking services provided by Janet are simply not available from the open market. Janet is a public organisation that must think and act like the best commercial companies in order to deliver these specialised services to its customers. Crucially, the management team are careful never to become complacent about the funding they receive, always striving to increase quality and value.